Today's reading is taken from John chapter 13 verses 3 to 5. Jesus, knowing that the Father had given him all things into his hands and that he had come from God and was going back to God, rose from supper. He laid aside his outer garments and taking a towel, tied it around his waist. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel that was wrapped around him. Jesus knew fully well his identity as the Son of God and the authority and power given to him. He knew his purpose here on earth and that his destination was to go back to the Father. Yet he chose to humble himself and take the place of a lowly servant by washing the feet of his disciples. Through this, Jesus taught his disciples and is teaching us today that the power of authority is not dominance and self-seeking, but humility, sacrifice, and selfless service to others. By the saving grace of Christ, we have all been made children of God. The more we embrace our identity as His children, the more we will be able to find our purpose and pour out His love in service to others. God our Father, thank you for giving us the privilege to be your children. Show us the purpose you have for our lives. Help us to grow in humility and sacrifice so that we may be able to serve others selflessly. Help us to be a blessing to all those who come in our way. We make this prayer in your most holy name. Amen. Let us, during these days leading up to Easter, look around us and find a way to bring Jesus to someone who needs him.
From heaven you came, helpless babe. Entered our world, your glory veiled. Not to be served, but to serve. And give your life that we might live. This is our God, the sovereign King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the sovereign King. There in the garden of tears, my heavy load He chose to bear. His heart with sorrow was torn. Yet not my will, but yours, He said. This is our God, the sovereign King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the sovereign King. So let us learn how to serve, and in our lives enthrone Him, each other's needs to prefer. Christ we're serving. This is our God, the sovereign King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the sovereign King. This is our God, the sovereign King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the sovereign King. Pastor Bing.